Autistic Doctor. It's on CBS. No idea what it's called, but I watched probably like 20 minutes of the first episode.
Definitely sounds familiar.
I think it just came out.
Oh, the closet?
He did. He just came out of the closet.
Freddie Highmore?
Is that his name, Freddie Highmore?
You said it was the kid from...
Bates Motel.
Yeah.
You see, I'm not good with names.
It's the kid from, like, Finding Neverland and About a Boy. Or no, that was...
Oh, I was about to say, was he in About a Boy? I thought About a Boy was a while ago.
About a Boy was a while ago. It was the guy who plays Beast in the X-Men movies now. The young guy. The guy that
okay, yeah.
banging Jennifer Lawrence for a while.
Is he banging Jennifer Lawrence?
He was.
Oh, okay, he was for a while.
He was a lucky bastard.
Gotcha.
I love Jennifer Lawrence. J-Law.
J-Law.
I like to lay down with J-Law.
Yeah.
If you feel me, you feel me, dog. You feel me, dog.
You feel me, dog.
Wow, you actually get that joke. I like it. Jared never got it.
He hasn't been there for so long. We need T-shirts like "You feel me, dog." Like we need to make that a thing. We're starting it right now. Everybody, leave in the comments. You feel me, dog. You feel me, dog.
I wish I could have got him saying that. And I could have made it like that.
That would be hilarious. Like that would be your text tone every time your phone goes off. Like, you feel me, dog?
No, wouldn't. I would hate it. I would hate every second of that, dude.
You would get old after like 30 seconds.
You feel me? No, I don't.
I don't fucking feel you.
I never fucking felt you.
Like you're dogging the person that's texting you. Like they're just saying hello to you, and you're like, no, I don't fucking feel you, dog.
Let's see, that would be a cool one to have. As like a text tone. Every time I got a text, I just heard Lionel Richie going, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?"
You come in the room and I'm sculpting your head in clay. That's the image you get every time that song plays from now on. You walk in the room and I'm just like, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?"
I think Lionel Richie and Adele need to do a duet, but do that song. But he needs to like write his own words too. Kind of like they used to do.
Kind of like how hello was. Like, it starts out like, hello, but it starts out with her hello.
Yeah, just like mix their two songs together.
Yeah, mix the two songs together. And then but would she be in there? Because wasn't she blind? And she makes like a perfect sculpture of Lionel Richie.
In the music video, yeah.
Yeah. And the sculpture was like fucking fantastic. That was even better than the one in Ghost.
I don't even remember the sculpture. I was so young when Ghost came out.
I think they messed it up anyways. It was like a pottery thing.
Yeah. She they were like having tantric sex or something.
And they turn into like a dick and it falls off or some dumb shit like that. Like it just and rolls off. I mean, that might have been a Family Guy parody. Your mouth is very like I can hear every little bit with these headphones on. That's awesome.
I guess before we get
to start sending you little sweet nothings that aren't going to be picked up on the audio for the podcast.
I always wonder, what do they call them? Nothings, sweet nothings.
Yeah, because it's really not a sweet nothing. Like, if I'm whispering in your ear, I'm whispering a sweet something. Like, if I was whispering a sweet nothing, it'd be like, hey, Mark, I'm not going to take your clothes off right now, and I'm not going to take you to the bedroom and fuck you right now.
You're right. I didn't think about it like that, but, like, I thought, like, most of the time if you're whispering something sweet into their ear, it would be more of a sweet something than a sweet nothing, because if it's I always thought of it like it means nothing.
Yeah, like little sweet nothing. And maybe that's what because they're telling the person like, so it's just a sweet nothing. Like I'm telling you, it was just a sweet nothing that I whispered in Walter's ear.
Well, it's always referred to as like he whispered sweet nothings into her ear.
True.
Or he was whispering sweet nothings into my ear.
Maybe the sweet nothings part is nothing for you. It's like none of your business. Like it was a sweet none of your business.
I'm whispering. What are you whispering in her ear? Oh, just sweet none of your damn business.
Sweet none of your damn business.
Sounds like some shit like Samuel L. Jackson would say in a movie. A PG-13 movie.
PG-13.
But welcome to the Bunch of Podheads podcast. I am Mark, and this over here is my good sir.
Buddha Supreme.
Buddha Supreme.
For the audio listeners, this is Buddha Supreme.
It sounds like a Taco Bell product.
Like a Booty Supreme from Taco Bell.
Let me get the number 6, the Booty Supreme. Booty Supreme. Buddha Supreme.
Now I can alter what he says. He got headphones in. I'm his puppet master. This is the truth. I'm like over here like this, just putting alternate things in your mind.
Stop it. I got Vince McMahon talking in my ear.
Don't do it. It's Michael Cole over here. No, but seriously, this is Jesse. We're the Bunch of Podheads podcast starting out.
Seriously, Jesse's over here.
Yeah, over there.
And I guess we're gonna take a risk here at the beginning of this one. And this video was labeled It's just called Most Fucked Up Video on YouTube, and it's 1 minute and 1 second long. And we figured we wouldn't watch it and wait till the show started to watch it.
Yeah, because we want. This is a general. This is a real reaction to it. Like, we haven't watched it yet.
We have no idea what it could possibly be aside from the description says, WTF, check out this next one, which I'm assuming isn't even referring to the one we're about to watch.
Yeah, which it's a very, for the audio listeners, it's a very weird clickbaity picture of a fetus coming out of a dark vortex.
Not a fetus, really. It's like a full grown,
like a miniature. It's almost
person,
like a
they
man.
have like a big, weird baby head on, maybe.
You know what this is? This is a swimming pool, and that lady has been eaten by piranhas in the background, and he's swimming with one of those like fucking things through the water.
Well, does that look like maybe like a head or a face or something?
It looks like an alligator biting his fingers, or a dragon biting his fingers and pulling him through a volcano. But
anyway, we were going to take a risk, and maybe it's the most fucked up video on YouTube. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is, and we are going to completely regret what we're about to do.
Our minds are just going to melt.
So you're all going to do it with us. Go ahead and leave now if you don't want to take that risk.
I guess you can always put a number in the how long, because it's only gonna be a minute, so you could skip ahead if you don't want to watch this, or
or just skip ahead where you're not seeing us watch a video.
You skip ahead and we're puking in the corner.
But yeah, here we go. You've been warned. Watch it be fucking stupid.
Right. It is everything I wanted it to be. It's the most beautiful video I've ever seen in my life.
What the fuck was up with that person or that thing's skin?
What the fuck?
What in the...
This is very interesting.
What the fuck? What is up with her legs? What the fuck? What the...
And he goes back in. Is that what really happens? Is this explained life?
I was about to say, no, this seems like it was some weird metaphor for life or something.
Yeah, that you die. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the end of the video, but you die and go back into the womb.
Yeah,
same way you came out.
Wow, that next one looks even crazier.
Yeah, that was an. I don't know if that's the most I don't know if that could take title of most fucked up video on YouTube, because I've seen a lot of fucked up videos on Facebook.
I mean, it was fucked up, but I don't think it's the most fucked up.
And the videos from Facebook are usually pulled from YouTube, and there were some pretty weird ass just weird look at that, a nutsack, a talking nutsack.
What happened to it? The most fucked up video on YouTube has disappeared.
It just disappeared. It's a replay.
Well, I just wanted to go back, so anybody that's any of the audio listeners or anybody, I'll put the link in the description like I did with the last episode. But it's called Most Fucked Up Video on YouTube, all in caps, and it was uploaded by someone named Neil Hitler. Neelhitler. This sounds like a fucked up individual.
It does. 56,000 views though.
Yeah.
75 dislikes.
264 likes though. Yeah.
It's got a pretty good ratio.
Top comment is what did I just watch?
So maybe this person thought it was the most fucked up video they ever watched.
Perhaps.
How long ago did that come out?
Oh shit. That's a good question. No. September 25th, 2016.
Oh, so it's fairly new.
About a little over a year ago.
So it's actually, it could still be titled the most fucked up video on YouTube then, because it's not like it's from 2012.
There's a part 2. It says click for part 2. Should we do it?
Yeah.
And then it says it's even more fucked up.
It says it's kind of, we have to.
Yeah. What the fuck? Thank God we can't do it in HD.
What the fuck?
It's definitely more fucked up.
It definitely is.
This is like a bad dream, like a terrible nightmare.
This is like waiting room music. Oh, shit.
What the?
Bro, this is like cannibalism and shit.
Dude, I don't even know what we're watching.
There's some Illuminati videos.
I feel like these are the videos they show Scientologists. All those weird videos people talk about. What the fuck?
Wow. That's my reaction to that. And for the again, we'll put a timestamp in the video, like skip ahead 3 minutes, because we indeed are puking in the corner.
That second one was called Most Fucked Up Video on YouTube too.
Best title by the same person, Neil Hitler.
Yeah, Neil Hitler.
Hitler.
But, and then the description says, "What the fuck? Check out the first one," which we edited. So apparently
this one doesn't have as many views as the first one, so apparently people don't like it as much.
People's like, I don't trust them anymore.
Yeah, after uploading something like that, you're like, no.
But I agree.
Wow.
Actually, I forget what I agree about.
That
Or no, I don't think it's the most fucked up video on YouTube, but I definitely think the second one is more fucked up.
Yeah, the second one was definitely more fucked up than the first one.
Which is weird because I like the second one more than the first one.
Yeah.
Second one looked like a lot more better. Like, I want to see it in HD quality.
Yeah.
I wonder if he actually makes these or if...
Like, it's just like
It's just like something he has that's...
Like some kind of...
And he just uploaded it. Like, maybe it's some weird...
Like, video somebody else made and he just took it and uploaded it.
Like in
because this is a decent animation of something. Like, this is...
Well, if he was in art school or something, I would imagine he probably made some shit himself.
Yeah, or maybe this is like an art project that a bunch of people got together, because this seems like more than just one person's, like, hobby. Like, this is like, I want to see the grade. I want to see the grade he got from the teacher when he turned this in.
The only reason you should ever watch this is when you run out of acid. Is the third comment. And the fourth one is Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
Yeah, that's gonna get us fucking demonetized.
Oh shit, yeah, it is. Fuck. All those fucks and shits too.
This would be America if Hillary won.
I think that video would get us demonetized by itself, because after reading that no sexually conducted, the first one had like blurred out titties in it.
Blurred out. Oh yeah, that one was.
And it was weird because it like the thing came out of her and went back in her when it was old. And
I forgot about the blurred out titties. The first one almost looked like it was made like with like the Sims generator, like the game The Sims. Like a lot of the animation looked like the Sims.
Okay, so like they modded out the Sims and like just deformed everything,
or
something
maybe
like that.
Like I have a game over there. It's called The Movies, and you could actually make your own animated movies in the game and then release them in the game.
Wow.
Like, but that was like a separate.
Yeah,
you didn't have to do that if you didn't want to.
Interesting.
But they might have used something like that too. But that second one looked like some legit.
Yeah, that looked like they put that together with like
that
they took their revenue from the first one and bought a better editing program for the second one. Definitely.
Like that first one looked like some like 1991 crazy like 80s Fallout animation.
Yes.
Like the 80s is over. The 80s are over. We're in the 90s now, but like we are still unapologetically 80s. You know what I mean?
Right. Like that heavy metal feel.
That first like 2 or 3 years of the 90s were like from 1989 to like 93, that was a very weird phase.
It was.
For
Oh,
people.
my God.
That transition from 80s to 90s was weird. Really bright fucking colors,
Yeah.
but 90s style. It was weird.
Yeah, it was like that. Wasn't that where the fucking squiggly like design comes from the 80s into the 90s?
Everything was like Saved by the Bell.
Exactly.
But like dialed up a notch.
I feel like Saved by the Bell was almost the like staple between the 80s and the 90s style, because that's
when it was.
Poodle skirts that weren't like poodle skirts. They were like floofy fucking skirts. And then that's where the pants under the skirt started.
Yeah. Saved by the Bell is a good example of that time period too, because that's where it kind of all began.
Yeah. There was
So that was the Saved by the Bell era, and then it kind of went into the 90s. Like Boy Meets World and stuff started killing that shit.
Oh yeah, Boy Meets World was so much better than
actually. I don't
Saved
know.
by the Bell.
I don't know how long Saved by the Bell ran.
It ran. Oh,
I know it went.
I don't know how many seasons
it
went, but
I don't know how much the original Saved by the Bell
Yeah.
went. But I know that they brought the original cast back a couple times for like made-for-TV movies.
Well,
and
they did
like
that, and then they made the when they went to college is pretty much when they killed the series. When Saved by the Bell, because Boy Meets World did the same thing. They went to college, but they were still relevant enough for them to continue to go. They had built those characters up. Saved by the Bell in college was stupid. Like, they split everybody up. They got rid of all the...
I don't remember.
They still had the original cast, but they split them in a way and then introduced them stupidly. Like, Belding was somehow there because he was, like, the tenant, and Zach just so happened to be next to his girlfriend and shit like that. Like, it was just... People didn't like it, how it was portrayed.
What a fucking coincidence.
Yeah. It wasn't as good as the Boy Meets World college years.
I don't remember, but in the last few seasons they were in college. Yeah. God, I love Topanga and Angela. Another person I left out, and I felt sad when I was editing the first episode when we talked about Boy Meets World and stuff like that. Is in the last like season or two, maybe 3, they added a character named Rachel, and she lived with Eric and the one Lawrence brother who was on the show in the later season. Like Eric moved in with not Joey Lawrence, but Joey Lawrence's younger brother.
Yeah.
Can't remember his first name, but
he had short hair or whatever. I think they brought him back. He was pretty much there for the rest of the.
Yeah, they were
like
there
when they
for
brought
the
him
rest
in.
of the
He
show.
was pretty much there for the rest of the show.
But he became like Eric's best friend and roommate. But then that tall, fucking beautiful, shorter-haired redhead moved in with them.
I don't remember.
And they started competing over her at first, and then
I do kind of remember
both
that.
took a truce that like neither one of them was going to date him. And then the Lawrence guy got with her in secret, and it started a big.
Okay, see, I only remember that for like one episode. Like, I don't remember that being like
that girl.
Yeah,
the girl who played Rachel, can't remember her name. Still looks beautiful to this day. Because after I saw it, I was like, I wonder what she's up to today. She still acts and does like little minor stuff, or I think she's on a TV show or something. Maybe.
Okay, so I would have to see her.
Great.
I would have to see her again.
I can't remember her name. I'll look her up real quick actually, and I'll show the picture.
Be the Boy Meets World girl with red hair.
But man, I loved her too. It's like once she came on, she took over for Angela. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Angela left or something like that, didn't she? Like they broke up at some point in time.
Well, they did, but she was still on the show.
See, I don't think I watched the ending of it then.
Oh, I did.
Because there was at least a whole season I didn't watch where there was Eric took care of a little kid. Like
that was like one episode.
Oh, that was only one episode because they brought that back in Girl Meets World.
He was his big brother in the Big Brother program, and Eric was like contemplating on adopting him because he was in this weird place in his life and he didn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
didn't have like a family and shit.
See, they portrayed that to be like a whole freaking season.
No, dude, it was literally one episode.
That's crazy because he came out and he was like, "Yeah, this is him, so and so," and like he honored him on stage. That was that thing I told you about with the clips where it was just 10 or 15 different clips of them coming back to the show.
Yeah,
and you were like, that's the only way I'd be able to watch it.
I never looked that up. I forgot all about it. Her name was Rachel McGuire on the show.
Okay, so that doesn't ring a bell. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not good with names. I'm only good with faces.
Oh, it's Maitland Ward. It was Maitland Ward that played her. I didn't know that was Maitland Ward.
Still doesn't ring a bell.
She's like does stuff on Snapchat, like really like risque stuff on. I didn't know that was her because I've seen it before. I was like, oh, she's cute. She reminds me of that girl.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was actually fucking her. That's who it was.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
According to Wikipedia.
Okay.
It's fucking Maitland Ward. Wow. But anyway, her.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
She was cute as hell.
Yeah.
Still is.
I remember her now.
But yeah, she's in like her 40s now or something. Still looks great.
Wow.
But yeah, she pretty much took over for Angela in my heart. I mean, Topanga, Angela, and Rachel.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, along with.
I think Angela looked better than Topanga, but.
Oh yeah.
But I think that was just because Angela was
Topanga
a new face.
Great, though.
But Topanga just has, I don't know.
There's
something about
they
her.
all still look good.
Oh yeah,
because they're all in like their 40s.
I think that's what it is. I think like she still looks good, but there's always been like that. I don't know. It's something weird about her. She's just different.
Topanga's that like
almost like you look at her as like your sister.
At the time,
like she looks like she's
I
like,
never
like
looked
on the
at
show.
Topanga
Well,
like
yeah,
my sister,
but I mean, it's just because there's something weird about like she's attractive, but she's not like. I don't. Maybe it's because she stayed the same throughout her whole career. Because like you look at someone like Demi Lovato, or
that's another one that I can't help but just love.
Ariana Grande, or what's her name for the other child star?
I don't like Ariana Grande.
I didn't mean Ariana
other
Grande.
child.
I meant the
star.
other one. That's a singer.
Miley Cyrus.
Really hot. Not Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, she's not really hot.
No, she's not very attractive at all.
I would hate fuck her, but I don't want to.
What's her name? That's you can't keep my hands to myself.
I couldn't tell you. Can't keep my hands to myself.
That's her song. Can't keep my hands to
Selena
myself.
Gomez.
Selena Gomez. She grew up to be attractive as fuck.
She's another. Her and Demi Lovato are those two that like. I don't really dig their music or anything.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big fan of theirs, but man, they are so fucking good that like I can't help but just get like a half chub when I see them.
And I think that's what it is about Topanga. She never changed. She's always looked the same from when she was a kid till now.
There's a big difference between Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato. Though. Demi Lovato's like a real woman. She's curvy, and thick, and I love that. She's really attractive. Selena Gomez is just so fucking cute.
Yes.
Like
she's not as thick or curvy as Demi Lovato.
But I would take Demi Lovato over Selena Gomez. Any
Would
day.
you?
Oh, in a heartbeat. No question. They both came up to me. I was like, have us. It's like, maybe next time,
one.
Selena.
Yeah, right. You can only have one at a time.
Only if Demi doesn't want to do this again. Because maybe there'll never be a next time. You know what I mean? But.
Yeah, if that ever happens, that's a once in a lifetime. Like, you're definitely going to jump on that opportunity no matter where you're at in life. If Demi Lovato or Selena Gomez came up to you and was like, Mark, I will blow you right now, you're like, your pants are already off. Like, you're in the middle of McDonald's and your pants are already around your ankles.
My pants are back up.
She's like sitting there like she's sitting there like wiping her mouth off. Everybody else is like everybody's still eating their food because they have no idea what you're
just
outside
feeling
like,
completely and utterly violated.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what just happened to her. But
it slow-mo's it. It shows you like stealing someone's French fry in the middle of the act. Like,
oh my god!
Like you had time to eat a McDouble.
I don't eat McDonald's, but yeah.
Maybe
sorry, that's completely irrelevant.
Maybe it was a Baconator.
There you go. I'll eat a Baconator. I ate one of those fucking yesterday. Actually,
did you?
Yeah.
I don't know what I had yesterday.
You ever had the Bacon King from Burger King?
No.
That thing is this fucking big around.
Holy
I shit you not. Yeah, it's humongous.
Wow.
It's like $9 too for the meal.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude.
But man, it's good.
I had McDonald's the other day, and this is actually kind of a funny story. My girlfriend ordered it online, like through the app, because they had that. They had that like.
I immediately think of like it taking 2 days to get there. And no, shipping it.
There's like 2 Big Macs for $5, right? Or you could pay $4.39 for one.
Okay.
So you're paying 10 cents for the next one. So she gets 3 of them by accident. I get up to the store and I'm like, they're like 18 something, and I'm like, holy fuck! I thought we were trying to save money here, not spend all of it.
Yeah.
And so I go through and I swipe my card, and I'm looking at the receipt, and I'm like, there's definitely not. I was like, you got the 2 Big Macs for $5, but there's a 3rd Big Mac on here, and like they gave me the food, and like I left without our coffee and shit, and had to go back, and it was like, I was like, I'm not mad. I'm gonna eat the other Big Mac. I just like. Why did we spend another $5? We could have got another Big Mac for 20 cents more if we were gonna do that. Like,
yeah. That's like, bullshit.
Yeah, that sucked. It was we ordered online, so it was an instant. Like I don't think they could take it off because it was like as soon as she was like, all right, processing. Like as soon as I showed up, she pressed the button to process it. So it wasn't like you could cancel it from there. It was already like they had your card.
So it was user error all the way.
And I wonder if you didn't show up, would they just cancel it out, or would they still charge you and just throw away the food? Like if you ordered something and then you like say you forgot about it.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I've never done that before, but
because I. At one point, I worked for a company I won't name, but not Mary Ann's. Because I know you work at Mary Ann's.
Yeah.
I used to work there too. So you're like, oh, he's talking about Mary Ann's. But no, I'm not. I'm definitely not. It was before Mary Ann's.
All
but
right.
the way they did it was direct deposit. And they would deposit. They gave us this card or whatever. They opened up.
I'm familiar with those
because it was
cards.
through Ryan Staffing. So it was like kind of like Makin or something.
Yeah, the cards we had were called Comdettas. And it was the dumbest fucking card ever. It had so many fees.
This was like Skybank or some shit. I don't remember what it was called.
Same, not the same place, but the same concept.
But I remember that sometimes I could get away with overdrafting.
Okay.
If there was still like a little bit in there.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. And I was staying at my cousin's house, and this is when I was single and doing a lot of bad things. And I had this card, and Pizza Hut was right across the street. And so I ordered a pizza, and I was like, maybe I can just use my card. It won't quite realize that I don't have the money in there, and I'll be able to get out of there with the pizza. You know what I mean? And then I'll just have to like fucking. I'll have an overdraft fee.
You used to be able to do that on
basically.
gas stations.
I'm trying to eat. I'm sacrificing an overdraft fee for to eat.
Yeah.
And
slice of pizza today for $1 tomorrow.
So I order the pizza, and I'm waiting there, and I explain what I'm going to try to do to my cousin. And he's like, all right, well, it's worth a shot, right? Yeah.
Right.
If it feeds us tonight, I'm all for it. But so eventually the internet thing tells me, all right, your pizza's ready. So I walk across the street. And this is, you know where Food for Less used to be on Lincoln Way? It's closed now. Now it's like a big, like...
I think so, yeah.
It's like a sporting goods store, like a camping store.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Well, he lived in the apartments that were right across the street from that Pizza Hut that was in that same parking lot. Okay. So I walked right across the street, which is kind of a busy road. It's basically Tusk. What is Tusk? I get over there, and I'm like, hey, I need a pizza for Thomas. And he's like, okay, and he gets me the pizza, and he's like, it's, 21 something, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I give him my card. I'm just sitting there like, come on, we can do this, come on. And then he was like, your card was declined. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll be right back. Just fucking went right back over to my cousin's house and sat there. I was like, nope, didn't work. He's like, fuck. So, and usually when I went to his house, I would bring food over. Yeah. I would just make us food.
Okay.
So I think I still had like a couple little things there, like random eggs and stuff. So I think I just made us some like scrambled eggs or some shit, or maybe pancakes, which is easy. You just mix water with the little packets and you fucking make some pancakes. We ate a lot of fucking pancakes, dude. I made a lot of pancakes.
Pancakes are so easy to make, though.
Like, if I was still doing that to this day, I'd probably be able to like draw the pictures with the pancakes and shit, like Pokemon and DC characters and stuff.
That shit is tight, dude.
It is cool, dude. It's amazing how good it looks, too.
Because they flip it. They have it sitting there, and it just, like, there's the back of a pancake. And then they flip it over, and it's like the Batman symbol, or it's the Star Wars thing.
That and the pan was heated up slowly, and it's at a low temperature. So it could sit there for a long period of time and just cook.
True.
So they could sit there and get it just right. And like a lot of those videos are
on there.
Sped up.
Okay. That would make sense. Why it's done in like they could flip that motherfucker in like 25 seconds.
Yeah, it's like how you make a pancakes in like 40 seconds.
Yeah, you're in the kitchen for like fucking 10 minutes. Like, Jesus
I'm sitting there ripping holes in them and shit because I think it's done and it ain't.
I say the pancakes I make are like pan size, so it's always a pain in the ass to flip it because like I always put the scoop in there because I always put too much because I don't read the instructions, so I don't ever measure anything. Yeah. So I'll just put some powder in and then mix some water, and I'm like, fuck, it's not fucking mixing up.
Some weird ass pancake. What are you putting in that batter, bro?
So you squirt in the pancake mix
man batter, baby batter,
the baby batter.
Ew.
Sperm
pancakes
cakes
will never be the same. Sperm cakes.
Cakes.
You had to say it.
Squeeze them out of the bottle. But yeah, it's just a pain in the ass to fucking flip those things because you always flip them. Batter flies everywhere. You got batter on the back of the fucking pancakes. You got to flip it again because it's usually cooked, but it's not cooked to the point to where you can flip it because it's so big. It's eating the sides of the pan.
Are we still talking about pancakes? But no, I totally know what you mean.
Full disclosure.
I used to like to make like dick-shaped pancakes and weird-shaped pancakes. Like, and I fucked up a lot of trying to do things too, but like not as I didn't have like little squeeze bottles and shit like that. I was just like dumping it and like, oh, here's a ball and here's the shaft. But Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Dick-shaped pancakes.
Making pancakes is fun, and it is kind of like an art form. Like there's a science to it. You know what I mean? To get it just right, or figure out like how to cook it without fucking it up, or this part being not as cooked as the rest. Like, it's really easy to fuck up pancakes. You shouldn't use too much butter. You're just frying it.
Oh,
It's like crispy and shit when you're done. Which a crispy pancake ain't bad, but you don't want a fucking
like a dark
hash brown. You know what I mean?
You don't want a dark black pancake. You want
I see how it is. Now we're definitely not getting monetized.
You want a nice mocha chocolate pancake. The only thing I can think of the whole time you were talking is bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
Does he say bacon pancakes?
He doesn't say bacon pancakes. He says making pancakes.
That's what I thought.
But it sounds like
pancakes, making pancakes.
It sounds like he says bacon pancakes.
And then they throw in Alicia Keys.
That's my favorite song.
You know, I've only seen like 2 or 3 episodes of Adventure Time, but I probably had that song stuck in my head for like a month straight.
Oh, yes. And then it pops up like on my feed. I think it's one of those every year things. So I'll share it every year, and then randomly I'll see it. So it never got old for me because it's one of those things where it doesn't get cycled through my Facebook feed very often.
See, that's because I'm not a big fan of it. I'd feel like a poser if I shared it. So I didn't. So I don't have that luxury of it reoccurring in my life once a year or whatever.
But Adventure Time is like the original Rick and Morty.
I do have the wonderful. Now it does it twice a year because I reshared it.
Okay.
And it probably happens for Doug too because I always tag Doug in it every time. But it's I told you about the old man wrecking ball.
Oh yeah.
Actually, did I show you that?
No, I don't think you did. I think you just told me about it.
I'm gonna show it to you
because then we talked about the Ron Jeremy wrecking ball and the Hulk Hogan one.
Yeah.
Which the Ron Jeremy one is hilarious. Came in like a pair of balls.
But I don't even remember how I saw it. This is probably just one of those random things that popped up on Facebook one day, and I tagged Doug in it, and we laughed about it ever since. Anytime it's ever brought up.
Maybe you did tag me in it. I don't know. I don't remember.
I just know that if I type in old man wrecking ball, it's like the first or second thing to come in. First thing.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't seen this. So I would bang Miley Cyrus in this video.
That's what I say. She's not unattractive. Dude, that is never not funny. But you're right.
What the fuck is that?
Miley Cyrus is not unattractive.
No. She's just...
physically, but her personality is very unattractive.
Yes.
That's why I said I would hate fuck her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to date her unless this is a complete persona she puts on.
Which I think it is because now she's back to being regular country girl Miley Cyrus.
I like how I don't even show her face. We just show the decent part. The part that's not irritating as fuck. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's not so bad, I guess. She's just, I don't know. Whoriness is only sexy when you're not actually a whore.
Yes.
That's only sexy when you're not actually a whore. Well, she doesn't have sex for much. Seeming skanky and slutty is only sexy when you're not a skank or a slut.
Yeah, it really is.
That is only when it is sexy to me, anyway. But
yeah, it's not hot when you've slept with fucking 47 men.
Yeah,
and then you continuously talk about it.
It's hot when we know that you're sweet.
Yeah.
And kind of innocent. Nobody's really innocent.
No.
But we know when you're sweet and good-hearted. And
like Emma Watson.
And you're being a little playfully slutty and dirty. That's hot.
Like no girl in Hollywood.
What do you mean?
Like none of the women in Hollywood. Like you're playfully slutty. Like they're all fucking...
But if you went up to them and treated them like one of the characters in their movies, they'd be like, this man is sexually harassing
right?
Me. Yeah.
Becomes one of those...
Unless you're Lady Gaga. I watched a video of Lady Gaga going into a hotel, like coming out of her limo or her car or whatever, and she's like talking to like people all lined up out to like fans and shit, and as she's like walking up to the door and like looking and talking to a fan, a guy walks by and just grabs her ass, and she turns around and looks at him and just starts laughing. Just like, okay.
Shit. So
like some people probably are cool with those. Like, okay, guy thinks so hot he wants to grab my ass. Cool I get it. She probably wanted to grab fucking Bowie's ass back in the day or something. You know what I mean?
True.
But some girls are cool and get it sometimes. But then there's those creep fucking dudes.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean?
Weirdos that are like they come up and like grab her ass, but like try to like fondle her while they're doing it.
Not that dude that did that to Lady Gaga wasn't a creep. That was definitely a creep act. But No matter what, that dude's kind of a creep.
Yeah, but it was funny. Like, it was brushed off, though.
But I understand why he would do that. If that's the only time he's ever done it, he was just like, well, I'm going to grab her ass right now.
Yeah, if I got her ass
this is my opportunity.
By my hand.
I get it, but it's still a creep act.
It is. I guess
the cool thing about it is Lady Gaga being as down to earth about it as she was, as normal human being about it as she was. Which, like I said before, I never had a problem with Lady Gaga. No, really. Like, I always thought she was an attractive girl most of the time, other than when she really went all weird. When she had the meat suit. And the weird fucking... I don't quite remember that. I just mean, like sometimes she went so weird that I was like, that isn't a good look for you. But other times she went completely weird, and I was like, I dig it. I like it. Come here. I actually just watched her documentary, 5'2", which like showed all that stuff and like her whole career and like her coming out of her hotel room. It showed like a montage of that, and then her coming out normally. Like, the only thing she had on was makeup, like eyeliner. That was it. Like, no one's around. Yeah, well, everybody was around, but it was like she's just not in it anymore. Like, it showed her coming out in all these like different crazy outfits, showing the difference between Lady Gaga and, you know, Stephanie, whatever her name is. Yeah, I don't even know her name. So I think Stephanie's in there somewhere. Can't remember her name. I'm gonna look it up so I don't sound like an asshole. Right. But no, I've always thought Lady Gaga was really attractive. It's just sometimes she goes a little too far out there that I'm just like, all right, that's not. It's almost like she's trying too hard. Like, she's trying to push that limit of weirdness. I guess when she came through and tried to set an image, because she changed like pop, like she changed that genre of music and how women present themselves in their music from there on out. But it wasn't like you didn't see anybody go as over the top. Like, you didn't see Madonna come out and be as weird. She went real weird. Like, she was trying to grab your attention. Yeah. Lady Gaga's real name is 4 names. She has Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta. 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 I don't know. Yeah, it might be a weird accent name. But that's what it is. And how could you have 2 middle names? I mean, I don't understand people with 2 middle names. Like, why would you have 4 names as your name? I think it's a little... Yeah, one's a little excessive. You know what I mean? One is to distinguish you from another, you know, Dave Smith or something. Unless she changed that, like she changed her name to have a different alias. That way, like when people looked her up, I don't know. So that she actually has 3 names. Like maybe she's just Stephanie Joanne or Stephanie something. Yeah. But Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta or whatever is like a decoy name, kind of. Yeah, something like she puts on 4 names that are so damn confusing. She orders something off of Amazon and she puts like Joanne something, and it's her actual name, but it's just her middle name. Kind of like checking into a hotel and saying like being under the name Harry Houdini or something. Or Harry Houdini. I'm gonna check into a hotel as Harry Houdini. Or Anita Dix. Anita Dick. Anita Dix. Apparently that's what Britney Spears used to use as her Anita Dix alias. Anita Dick. Anita Dick. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if they ever called her on that. Like, Miss I wonder. Like, could you imagine the wake up call? I heard you need a dick, and it's like the bellboy. Yeah. Just going for it. He just shows up with like the bell cart up to his like fucking waist, and he just walks in like, so I heard you need a dick, and he I like that little. He lifts it off. I hope the camera got that. I hope so. I never saw you move your hips like that, does he? Full of secrets. She's a lucky lady, your girlfriend. She is. Very lucky. Anita Dick. That's your girlfriend. No, I'm sorry. Her name's Amber. Sorry. It's a good thing she doesn't get this far on our podcast anyways. I guess it's just sitting here. Let's go ahead and watch this trailer for the New Mutants. Which I have not seen this yet. Neither have I. Good. Well, here it goes. Oh, this looks good. Oh my god, this is amazing. That's the best hallway. Is this Mutants or Star Wars? New Mutants, son. Have you ever heard someone? Yes. Yes. Have you
ever experienced anything you'd consider abnormal. Yes. Last question. Do you know what mutants are?
So this is Fox, so it's in the X-Men universe.
Are more dangerous?
And then it, but Marvel.
Well,
Thought Marvel
still
couldn't-
Marvel.
Well, I thought Marvel couldn't use X-Men.
Well, Marvel is X-Men. No matter what they can use X-Men. It's wow, that was Maisie Williams.
That's why you're here.
Oh, that's the dude from Stranger Things.
What is this place?
She's in the hospital. It's a haunted house.
I think that's Maisie Williams. That's who it looks like. Arya from Game of Thrones.
Get some rest.
That looks interesting.
It does look interesting.
I like
I'm-
X-Men. I like the movies except for Origin.
Don't know if that
obviously,
has
and,
anything.
X3.
Is that X-Men though?
New Mutants? Yeah, these are X-Men.
It's just set up like a horror movie.
Kinda. Well, I'm assuming it's going to be an origin story for the New Mutants.
Okay.
Because
And
those
that's
don't
just
look like
them,
any mutants we actually know right now.
And that's why the school is so weird, because it
Not
would be
in the-
like if the mutants were, like if this was real life, we went to a school for people that had mutant powers and we didn't know anything about it and all that shit was happening. It'd be like a horror movie to us, too.
Well, this is the New Mutants. So I think these are more... I don't know much about the New Mutants. But,
You're talking about the mutants after X-Men, like the ones that, like how they had the new Avengers and stuff.
I mean, that could be, or they're just another program like Weapon X.
Okay.
Actually, it's probably the kids from Logan, now that I think about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you saw Logan?
Logan the movie?
Yeah.
No. I
Okay,
thought you were talking
I
about
don't-
that comic book storyline.
Well, there's a group of kids in that movie.
Okay.
And, actually, I think that's what this is supposed to be like, because it was also Fox. Like, this is supposed to be about those kids, now that I think about it.
Interesting.
I haven't heard much about this, which is weird, because I usually hear about that, because like I said, I even like the more recent X-Men movies.
Yeah.
The other ones I don't like are the Wolverine Origin one and X3. X3 was just bad.
Yeah. I like the other ones better.
But those ones basically don't exist anymore because of the new ones. They basically unwrote that timeline with time travel in the new ones. So they like went back in time, and everything they did in these new movies made it so that none of that shit happened.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because like Xavier dies in the third X-Men movie.
Yeah, from
he
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Where
He's back in all the
blows
new
him
ones.
up or whatever.
Because they go back in time, and because of that, it's basically like the whole parallel universe idea.
Yeah.
Now that didn't happen.
Okay. That makes sense.
But
Yeah, that makes perfect sense now. That's interesting. I didn't even put that together, and I've seen the movies.
But to answer the question you were talking about earlier at the beginning when we first started watching, how can it say Marvel and all that? Well, there's a difference. It's still Marvel. X-Men are a Marvel property, but not Marvel Cinematic, not Marvel Studios. This is like Marvel Entertainment or...
So it's like a branch of Marvel. It's not the actual...
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say that. I thought it said what it actually was, but it's like Marvel Entertainment or Marvel Comics or something like. Because this is Fox. Fox owns X-Men.
Yeah.
So,
And that's why I
and
thought it
every
was-
X-Men movie has said Marvel on it. Like, it's still a Marvel movie. It's just not a Marvel Studios movie. It's not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe yet.
And that's the same thing with that's why Fantastic Four, they just keep making shitty movies, so they don't have the
Same
rights
thing
back.
with Spider-Man up until recently. Sony and Marvel Studios / Disney finally just started to strike a deal where they could both
And that's why the movies are better
make
now.
money.
way better now. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
Spider-Man
the Tobey
Homecoming
Maguire
was sweet.
good, but the new Spider-Man movie is supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it yet. But
It
I
was
heard really good.
the third Spider-Man movie sucked. The Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, the first two were okay.
But yeah, the second one was great.
Which one was what was the second one?
The one where he tells
'Cause the third one was Venom.
MJ who he is. Yeah, the third one was Venom.
Maybe I missed
Second one was
Was that Doc Ock?
yeah, yes.
And because
He reveals who he is. He gets married, or she was going to get married, and she
Yeah.
doesn't because she's in love with. And then in the third one, they're like falling apart.
yeah,
and then
he gets
He
this
becomes
wetsuit and all
Venom.
that.
And, yeah.
But it was just so put together so shittily.
And then that whole fucking like dance off sequence was stupid.
Did you see that without the sound?
No.
That whole
Oh my god! I
Dude,
bet
they
that's
took away the
amazing.
music and put like weird sounds in there, so he's just walking like wow, and like everybody's just looking at him like what the fuck, and he's just there's like
So is he actually
horns
making
and
those
stuff.
noises then?
I don't know if they put those noises because I think he's just walking down the street making movement, but they took the music out, and I don't know if they added the like sounds to it or not, but like it makes it so much better.
No, I'll
so
have
much
to,
better.
I'll
You
have to check that out. Damn. No, that sounds awesome.
Ew.
Yeah, but that looks good.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like I said, it's got a very horror movie-esque, and I love horror movies.
And like I said, I think that's Maisie Williams. They kept showing the chick that plays Arya, and like now that I see her, that might be able. That's not the greatest picture ever, but that girl might actually be the girl from Logan, all grown up.
The little girl. I've seen the trailer for it, so I know which girl you're talking about.
Because she was like Spanish. She spoke Spanish in the movie.
Okay.
But
so she might be like a
dark.
Wolverine.
She might be her.
Interesting.
But I swear to God, I saw Maisie Williams in this motherfucker. Short hair, she looked good. That's the chick that plays Arya in Game of Thrones. I don't know if you watch.
No. I need to.
Where the fuck you at, girl?
I'm
Who
right
the
here.
fuck you talking
I'm
to?
right here.
Not me. Couldn't be me. No, not Lee. That's the dude from Stranger Things. The older bro. I know I saw her before the Stranger Things guy, though, too, because I said, Maisie Williams. And I said, oh, and the Stranger Things guy. All right, I guess I'm just going to fucking watch again with no sound, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing. Like I said, I don't remember seeing the short, but that could possibly be who you're talking about. The girl from the movie Logan. Like I said, I didn't see the movie, but I seen the trailer, so I know.
Now I'll have to read more up on it.
Yeah, this definitely looks good. I didn't even hear anything about this. You said the trailer just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not the new Marvel Studios picture.
No.
So you are right. That's just a Marvel like generic. That's almost their old logo,
Yeah.
like their original logo.
Now they have like really realistic renditions of them.
It's almost like it's the card flip, but it's the Marvel name or whatever. Like they're flipping through a card book of the. Is that who you're talking about?
That is Maisie Williams. It looks very much like Maisie Williams.
Okay.
Get a better
Yeah, I
pause
missed
here.
that part.
I guess I could look it up, right? So I'm not that asshole.
Wheel heel.
That appears to be Maisie Williams, though. Maisie Williams in the new Mutants, which is cool, which means because Sophie Turner plays young Jean Grey, and she plays Sansa, her sister, on Game of Thrones.
Oh, nice.
So
In this movie, she plays young Jean Grey.
in the
Or
new X-Men movies.
X-Men movie. Okay.
But oh yeah, it's actually called X-Men: The New Mutants, not just The New Mutants. So it's in the X-Men franchise for sure. It's part of it, part of the X-Men universe.
So that would make sense, like you said, if this was
She
pretty much
plays-
the sequel to the Logan movie.
She plays Wolfsbane. Yeah.
Now, what universe do they set Logan in? Because I know there was that big like.
It's the future.
Okay, so it's after everything that happened.
Yeah, because he's old man Logan.
Okay,
Which
is a badass story.
fuck. if Xavier was still alive, he was super duper old, or because of his power, he can live a lot longer. But I know that Wolverine is like super old.
Yeah,
like,
because he's
old,
from like
old.
World War II when they put the fucking code into
Like
him. Or
Civil
maybe
War.
World War One, Civil War. Okay, damn.
Yeah,
Shit. So he's been around for a long time.
according to the shitty movie. But no, he's old as fuck.
Yeah.
So
This
who
is
knows
after
how
that.
old he actually was when he was Old Man Logan? I mean, I'm sure somebody knows, but I
Yeah.
don't. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
That's yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this could be, if she's all grown up, well, not all grown up, but she's obviously a few years older, if it's the same woman, this could be even a little bit further into the future.
Yeah. We need to call Doc and Marty. Or Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Doc and Morty and
Doc and Morty.
Rick and Marty. Dude, poor Marty.
Marty.
Jesus.
Doc. I'm sorry, Doc.
Especially now, he just get made fun of because he's shaking all the time. That's terrible. Yeah, we're getting demonetized.
Yeah, definitely. If we weren't getting demonetized at the beginning of this episode, we're definitely getting demonetized for now.
He, hail, Miguel.
He, heal. I guess we should disclose there is nothing funny about people with Parkinson's disease unless you're Michael J. Fox, because he makes fun of himself.
There's really nothing funny about Parkinson's. Like, if you actually see people having, like, attacks of Parkinson's, dude, it's really fucking
See,
bad.
I've never seen it in real life, like, personally. I've only ever seen it. Like, the only two cases I've ever seen in my entire life is Muhammad Ali and Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Like, there's never been any videos or anything. Like, that's never come up in my life. Like, I've never visually, besides those two people, I've never seen it.
Well, you've never seen, like, the videos of what cannabis can do for people with Parkinson's?
No, I've seen the ones
You never
with
saw that one
the
of the guys
seizures.
that's just shaking?
I guess I have, and I guess
That-
they just
that
always say it's seizures. They don't say it's Parkinson's, so I never
Well,
put
there's
the
a
two
bunch
together.
of them that go around, but some of them are for Parkinson's. Like, the guy
Okay.
has
So
terrible,
I always see they rub the
debilitating
oil
Parkinson's.
on his feet and stuff.
When you're shaking so bad, you just can't do anything. Like, your muscles are just shaking uncontrollably. You can't do nothing. It's gotta suck, dude.
Oh,
After
dude,
a while,
that's
your
fucking
brain
terrible.
starts shaking around. You get headaches and stuff. Shaking uncontrollably has to suck.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't tie your fucking shoes. You couldn't get out of bed. Couldn't put your own clothes on.
And you're like, you've never saw Michael J. Fox interviews where
Yeah.
he's like moving around a lot and stuff. Looks like
That's why they gave him those. They actually gave him the Back to the Future shoes. Nike did, to where they tie on themselves.
Is that a joke?
No, no, that's not a joke. They actually gave him those shoes. Because
If
he
that
actually
is-
gets himself out of bed. Like, Michael J. Fox has come a long way. He can still get himself out of bed and put his own shoes on and get up and go get his own breakfast and shit. But
he's not.
he's very, like, immobilized. Like, he can't just get in the car and drive to the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he still tries. And they gave him, like I think they sold him after they gave him to him. Because he got him years before they actually manufactured him.
Yeah, it took them like 10 years. They
Yeah.
talked about it, and then it didn't happen for like 10 years. And then they
Right.
finally did
Just
it.
like the fucking
I think they were
hoverboards.
waiting. They were like, oh, wait, 2015's coming out.
Yeah, because that's when it dropped.
Well, that's when the movie took place. They went back to December, or I can't remember what day it was, but it was that day that everybody celebrated Back to the Future Day, because this was the day they went
Back to the Future
in
Day when,
2015, the same year that the Cubs won the fucking World Series,
Which was crazy.
and they said that the Cubs won the World Series in the movie.
Which was insane.
Which, yeah, not
Because that's
only
like
that,
predicting the future years ago.
well, not only that, dude, it was the Cubs, the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
They were cursed. Like, that was a joke back then to say that the Cubs were going to win the World Series.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, yeah, fucking right, the Cubs are going to win.
Right? 'Cause
That's
they
like
have-
saying the Browns are going to win the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, because they were already on a losing streak for, by that time. That movie came out, what, the 80s? Like 40 years? 40 years worth of losses?
1985. So, yeah.
Hell. Yeah, I'm not up on my Back to the Future lore.
It's crazy that all the stuff we consider to be the future, well, it was always the future, but, like, I was born in 87, what, you were born in 86? 85?
Yeah, 86.
So, like, that's when all these movies were, like, coming out, right?
Yeah.
And here we are. That they were talking about our lifetime.
Yeah.
Isn't that
2000s
crazy?
would be flying cars and
And-
stuff.
Here we are, like, Blade Runner takes place in 2 years.
Yeah.
And look how fucking crazy. That's even crazier than Back to the Future.
It was. All these movies are crazy, depicting, like, our future, what would have happened by now. Like, we don't even... they don't even so much depict in the movies what would happen in the future now. Like, everything's just automatic space as travel.
Well, the thing I don't understand is, did they, at that time, did it really seem like that's where we were going to be at right now? Or were they just like, making shit up?
Because then they have like a whole amusement park, and like Disney made a movie about Adventureland or something like that. Like back in the day, they had that as an actual thing. Like, this is what it'll look like in the year 2000.
Oh, I don't remember. I know they had like I don't know if it was Disney or what, but there was like a promotional video. Somebody made something. I don't know if it was a car company or what, where they talk about, we'll have flying cars and we'll all be living in like Space Needles and like we're the Jetsons or something.
Right.
But
Space Needles.
I mean,
yeah, they had something like, it was some kind of like a convention or something they would go to, or maybe it was on TV, but it was like, this is the world of tomorrow.
Think about it, right? Robert Zemeckis is alive right now. He's in like his 60s probably, maybe 70s. That's the guy who wrote and directed Back to the Future. Now, he's alive now.
Yeah.
He was alive then. He's like, all right, in 30 years, it's going to be this day that they went to. Actually, I think it was Spielberg that directed the second one.
I think it
was.
But
anyways, Robert Zemeckis still wrote it and shit.
Yeah.
He directed the first one. But anyway.
First and third, I think.
They knew, whoever it was, I would assume it would be Robert Zemeckis because he wrote it, but he knew that he was going to be alive in 2015, and he had to have just been like, fuck it, in 2015 we'll have flying cars, knowing that it's not going to be true, because he's going to look like a real fucking asshole right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know it's a movie and all, but like, you were totally wrong, but he was right about a couple things.
Yeah, he
so,
was.
Like, he did look like an asshole. Like, we don't got flying cars.
And like the weird Pepsi bottles that came out of like the little spinning tables and shit.
Robot TVs talking to us and shit.
Which Pepsi actually did come out with that bottle, but then they sold it for like $25 a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like,
but
they came out with it on Back to the Future Day.
Elijah Wood getting pissed at him because, like, what? You got to use your hands? That's like a baby's toy when he's playing the fucking shoot 'em, that like Nintendo shoot 'em up game in the Cafe 80s. That was a little Elijah Wood talking shit to him because he had to use his hands. Now we got virtual reality and fucking like Nintendo Switches and Wii's and shit.
Nintendo Switch is crazy compared to what they thought of like technology wise back then. Nintendo Switch is
awesome.
Yeah,
I want one.
Yeah, so do I.
Like, they don't have a shit ton of awesome games right now, but they're gonna.
Mobile Skyrim is pretty much all I need.
Yeah.
Being able to have mobile Skyrim is all you need.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey and Zelda.
Yes,
I want those as well.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of cool like co-op and like multiplayer games too.
Which they actually said
shit ton of indie games.
Yeah, oh yeah, Nintendo's good for that. They actually said Nintendo could make literally
2K18 WWE's.
Is that on there?
Yeah,
interesting. That's good. That's sweet. Could you imagine playing with those little ass controllers and shit though?
Oh,
like two-player,
awesome.
like.
Well, that's the cool thing about the Switch, man, is that it can be connected,
you can connect it, or
you can just set it up like a TV and just use it as like a little controller. You can both have one. Like,
that'd be badass. We need to get a Switch to start live streaming. Too bad Nintendo's a dick.
I want a fucking Switch.
But yeah, they said Nintendo can literally make trash for the next 20 years and still not go bankrupt.
Well, they're not going to. They're trying really hard to be considered a top. But
they could take a loss. They said they could take a loss for the next 20 years.
Oh, and they are.
On year. Like, that's why they keep trying.
Dude, that's
because they're literally the richest gaming company.
Money every day because they can't keep up with demand.
Yes.
They don't make enough Nintendo Switches to keep up with demand. Like, when I had $300, when I got my tax return check, I was going to buy a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, you were
I ran out of money before I could fucking find one.
Damn.
I mean, I can find them, but you're paying $500.
Yeah, you're not. You're wanting to pay the retail, not the fucking consumer
especially
price.
If I'm going to buy Zelda with it.
Yeah,
that's $365 I'm going to be spending.
Yeah, you want unless you got the Zelda package,
but it's still going to be like $300-$400.
True that. It'd still be like $350.
It'd be cheaper just to buy the Nintendo Switch and the game separately, probably, because it'd be like $360, $365. Yeah. The package. You get the package, plus it's got the fucking Zelda logo on it.
That's what I'm saying, the fucking Zelda logo.
You're paying another $25 just for all that other shit that comes with it.
Yeah. I guess that's the nostalgia of it. And like the loot boxes and shit.
I suppose.
We need a loot box on the podcast, like
It
little
would be
digital
cool.
currency. Like we open something, like every time they donate $1, we literally just open something. Like it doesn't have any has nothing to do with anything. We're just sitting here opening a box.
See, this loot box thing is way too new. Like every time you say loot box, I think a loot crate.
True. That's what I think of loot crate when I hear loot box as well. But yeah, loot box is fucking just blowing up in video games right now.
I guess it's better than having a fart box.
I guess it would be better than having a fire box. And it depends on what kind
Well,
of
we
game you're
both
playing.
technically have fart boxes.
Yeah.
That's what a butt is, I guess.
A buttocks.
I don't know. I just know that dudes refer to girls' asses as a fart box.
Do they? I don't think I've ever heard that.
Yeah, my brother says it sometimes.
Interesting.
Like, look at the fart box on her.
Hey, yo, look at that fire box. I'm just gonna go up to a woman and be like, "Look at that fire box." I mean, what the fuck are you
Girl,
talking
look at
about?
that fart box.
Look at that fire box,
Girl, back up that fart box.
Back it up.
Mom
Right.
always said life is like a fart box.
You never know what's gonna come out of the inside.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was racist or just vulgar.
I don't know.
It was racially vulgar.
You decide.
I don't know. I decide to not decide. I'm a rebel.
You're a rebel. A
With
rebel
that,
without a cause, man.
Rebel without a cause,
Without a
man.
condom, man.
Ooh, there's a rebel for you. He's rebelling against himself on that one.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go ahead and call this one an episode, sir.
All right, sir.
This is a quick one. We apologize for that one. It's probably good in the long run, though. We don't want to oversaturate with a bunch of nonsense, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been the Buncha Podheads podcast. Yeah.
Make sure to like, subscribe, follow us on all our shit.
Yeah, there was something else I was gonna say. I can't remember though. I was trying to remember.
All these
no, thanks for
subscription things.
filling
There's
in.
not actually adaptations that I'm pointing at, but
No,
you get the hint.
Yeah. We're on iTunes and Stitcher.
Which is
find us
like
on
over in
YouTube.
this area over here. I always want to do that, like in those videos where those guys are like, it's over here and it's like in the video
but-
and they're like rubbing on it and shit.
You ever notice that half of those they don't sync up because they forget what they're gonna do and they don't even
Yeah,
bother
they don't
trying
even,
to
or they
make
don't
it
even
work.
put it in there.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine? Like, someone even said that one time. He was like, "I'm probably gonna fucking forget about this. I'm gonna remember."
They
it
do that
editing."
sometimes. Yeah, there's like, or maybe there's nothing there right now because I
Yeah.
forgot like the other two videos. Or, you know what I mean? But I try to remember. I usually just put the same one in. 'Cause
Yeah.
Usually it's the same ender or different music, or maybe if it's for like a different podcast, instead of the suggested video won't be the most recent. It'll be like the last episode of that podcast
Yeah.
or something. But
That makes sense. Hey,
yeah. iTunes and Stitcher, youtube.com/MattArcherMedia. You can see the video versions of these podcasts, actually see what the fuck is going on, see our pretty faces sometimes. And
or continue to listen to us on iTunes. Pass
Yeah.
that shit around.
go for it.
Share button on
Thanks
iTunes
for
as well.
listening. And yeah, until next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Piece of pepperoni.
Peace up. Peace up.
Piece of pizza.
Lisa, love you.